I honestly don't even recognize you without all the dirt.
I know, dirt and blood.
It's interesting that you go to work and get dirtied up.
I love it. I love it. It gets you into character so much better. I mean, there's a lot to be said for makeup and hair and blood and dirt and cuts and wounds and costume. It really, like, a lot of people are like, how do you prepare for your role? I'm like, they just cover me in shit. And
to get all that off.
It takes so long. So, especially prosthetics, when we have to have prosthetic cuts and wounds, like deep wounds, they hurt to get off, and it'll take you about an hour at the end of the day, and that's at the end of like a 15-hour day in the woods. So it's a really glamorous job what we do. It's really cool.
So contrary to what Jason said, I'm a crocodile.
All right.
Up until this season. So can you talk a little bit about Clark's journey this season, and is she finally over the mountain?
Clark's journey this season, and
is she finally over the mountain?
Over the mountain?
Over what happened at Mount Weather.
I don't think she'll ever be over the mountain. I think she's been through a lot more since. It has distracted her from that. She went away, and which was very unlike Clark to, at the end of season 2 to just say, to abandon her people, because it's always been about her people, and to find herself in the woods or kill panthers or, dye her hair red. And then, coming back into the ground world and being reunited with Lexa and falling in love, really falling in love. I think kind of definitely distracted from that. But now that, Lexa's gone and she has now been faced with the newer challenge of being faced with something she actually can't defeat. It bloody sucks for Clark. But her journey throughout this season, I'm proud of her, but I wanted to give herself a break.
What do you think and hope will happen with Clark in season 4?
What do I think?
What do you hope will happen?
I hope that she doesn't take everything upon herself for once. I hope that she can let her friends do what they do best and maybe not relax, because there's no way of relaxing, but just share the responsibility as opposed to feeling like it's all hers, because if you push something down long enough it turns into a goddamn tumor. So I think it's not to what I mean. I just think that it's time for her to let her friends help her.
Clark actually left at the end of the previous season. The first thing I thought was she's doing penance for Mount Weather. Basically going off.
That's exactly what she was doing.
And is that
she couldn't deal with seeing the faces of everyone that she saved, because in those faces she would see everyone that she killed in Mount Weather. So she couldn't see anyone for a while. She just had to go and leave the land and kill a panther or two.
And do something a little selfish.
Yeah.
What was it like filming those scenes in Vancouver? Downtown Vancouver. You have to be in the woods for 3 seasons,
It's crazy. We're so used to it now that it doesn't even seem like a thing. But I look back on photos on my phone of the pilot, like season 1, and I can see it through the eyes of me 3 years ago. It's just like, oh my god, that's my office window. This amazing forest, these beautiful lakes, and it's nice to look back on those photos and remind myself that I get to fucking do that every day. Like, how amazing for me. I'm I'm so grateful that is my...
Are you surprised by the growth of the show? Because I remember being here with you. I remember being here with you at your first appearance at Comic-Con, and it's like no one knew who you were and what the 100 was all about. Are you surprised by how it's grown within fandom?
I'm constantly surprised and terrified. To be honest with you, to be candid, it is like it's so amazing, and I'm so happy, but I still don't quite believe it. It's like it happened so quickly that I have no words.
You're still just holding on for dear life as you go through.
I'm just doing it. I'm hoping that people still like what I do,
and other than the love scene, which I'm sure that's how you would answer the question, what was your favorite scene or favorite moment from last season?
From last season? Gosh, that's hard. From last season, I would have to say, God, there's so many. Do you know what? It was actually filming the season finale with Eliza in the City of Light. We had the best time together, and it was so nice that she came back for us. And she's one of my best friends in the world, and it was so nice to have my bestie back with me. And we just like running through the streets of Vancouver together and doing all these really emotional scenes with them. That was definitely the best for me. And you know what? Like watching it back, I feel like it's the best. It was the best episode of the season. I don't know if you guys agree, but I loved it. I got emotional. I was there and I got emotional. Like how self-absorbed am I? But I think it's a pretty cool moment. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.